Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, the channel that brings you silver videos every single day of the week. So make sure you subscribe and definitely click the bell so you immediately get notified anytime anything important happens across the world, since everything affects the price of silver. It's your one-stop shop. Things are getting crazy nowadays, especially in 2024. So you want to be subscribed and you want to click the bell because on a day-to-day basis, new things are coming out, and I'll cover it all. You'll never miss a beat. We are about to break down an interview, and I'm going to show the actual video. You're about to watch this interview from Kitco News. Michelle McCory interviewing Rob McEwen. He's in the mining industry. He mines out silver, and she gets some very interesting answers out of him. The title of this is "Silver Price to Rise 1,000% as Gold Hits 5,000 by 2027. Governments to debase their currencies." If silver rises 1,000% and gold hits 5,000, that is triple-digit silver next year. Well, or by 2027 at least. And that's interesting because I always talk about if silver's going to hit triple digits, I say by the year 2026. That is because by then the silver supply deficit will be I guess large enough to actually start affecting fundamentals beyond price suppression. I guess that's the best way I could put it. The silver shortage will be so blatantly obvious, silver's true value will shine. But even more than gold, and Michelle McCory gets that out of this guy. You can see in the beginning he's very conservative on his answer, speaking bullishly on silver, but she gets some stuff out of him, and that's why. One, I love Michelle McCory, her interviewing style. You'll see what I mean in a second. She eases in, and then she'll kind of branch off of very important words that he says, and then she'll take it a step further. Her interview with Andy Schectman is absolutely incredible, by the way. Well over 1 million views now. Andy actually told me, he was like, she was asking some very tough questions. Like she wasn't going lightly on me. She was punching back. And that turned out to be a great interview, and obviously the numbers show for it. But anyways, let's jump into this right now. This is an interview from Michelle McCory interviewing Rob McEwen, which is he's been in the mining industry for decades, almost 4 decades. And he sold his company Gold Corp to Newmont in 2019 for $10 billion. And so you can see, this is someone who's very experienced, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. So let's jump into this.
Do you think it transcends to other metals, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Silver, for example, that's needed for the electrification process as well. Do you see potentially automakers coming in and taking a position in silver miners?
If that's the only way they can secure or feel they can secure supply, yes.
Well, you also happen to extract silver at your El Gallo mine in Mexico and the San Jose mine in Argentina also extract silver. So if this trend persists into automakers and other end users of silver, which is required for the decarbonization movement and the greenification, coming and consolidating supply lines, what is your outlook then for the price of silver?
It usually follows gold. It's trading at a large exchange rate to gold right now, and as gold climbs, silver usually climbs with it. It's a monetary metal, and that exchange rate shrinks. We got down to about 30 to 1 at one point. We're around 90 to 1 right now.
Gold to silver ratio around 86, I believe, last time I did the math, yeah.
And so if it got to 30 to 1 or 50 to 1, you'd have a nice run in silver. It's an industrial metal as well as a monetary metal.
A nice run translates into what price estimate for silver? I always like to get a number out of you, Rob.
I know.
Links for good headlines.
Well, I mean, if you're at 5,000
for gold
and you're 50 to 1, you're probably sitting around $200, $250.
$250 silver in the next 3 years.
That might be a little aggressive.
Yeah, a little aggressive. But triple digit silver? I mean, that's a
Yeah,
coin. That's a phrase that Keith Neumeyer likes to coin, triple-digit silver, and he's been saying that the supply-demand fundamentals.
I'll go with
are there.
Keith. I'll go with Keith.
You'll go with Keith.
Yes.
Triple-digit silver by, what are we in? By 2026, 2027?
Let's go 27.
All right. That's and what do you see skyrocketing silver to that? What would be the catalyst?
It'd be gold moving. It's just another form of precious metal that has been used over time to protect capital. And it's going to be, part of it is going to be protecting your capital as we see the trauma in the market right now.
I mean, Rob, people would say, you're talking your book, you have gold, you have silver, you have copper. Of course, you would make these bold predictions. Realistically speaking, you see gold at 5,000 in the next 3 years, and silver, just to reinforce this point, at triple digits, exceeding even 150.
Well, now you're putting words in my mouth.
Well, you said 200. I'm lowering the estimate.
Good.
I'm being more conservative here.
I'm a student of economic history.
Okay.
I look back, I see these periods when there's been enormous monetary stimulation and lots of debt, and governments try to get out of their debt by debasing their currency. And we're going to see a huge wave of that. We're in an unprecedented period. And there are a number of people coming in. Ray Dalio has done a lot of work in that area.
Yeah.
And he's just...
Well, you're not alone with this viewpoint. I just wanted to make sure that I'm consolidating your position in a succinct way.
Yes.
Okay. You're certainly not alone. And, a lot of this, of course, has resulted in the inflation. This unprecedented fiscal and monetary stimulus has resulted in very high inflation, which the Fed has been struggling to tame. And last time you were on the show, your Fed calls were accurate. Your inflation calls were accurate, spot on, in fact. So what do you think we can expect from the Fed, given that, we've seen...
So you could see why she's such a good interviewer, because she got answers out of him that I don't even think he normally would say. And yes, Keith Neumeyer is also someone that is on that bandwagon, as well as Andy Schechtman, as well as David Morgan, Ted Butler, myself. Lots of people have been very vocal about the lack of silver we have to try to go green, so to speak. But I would like to hear your input on this. A lot of times I cover these videos or these articles, and you guys get to hear my opinion, but I'd like to hear your opinion. Throw in your 2 cents. When do you think silver will hit triple digits? Will it hit triple digits? When will it? Is it possible? What would the catalyst be? Is it going to be because of gold, or will silver take on a life of its own regardless of what gold's doing? These are all things I've been very vocal about, but I'd like to pass the question off to you. So right now, I also did want to go over silver prices since silver's at $23. Let's go over like the 1 week chart. So it's dropped down, not too much, but a lot from obviously that huge rally that happened when we saw silver down to $21, shooting up to almost $26, right, within only like a week or so. So obviously that's extreme overbought territory. There has to be a correction, and it happened pretty fast, so we're going to see a pretty substantial drop, not meaning it's going to fall all the way back down. There's a little bit of price stability. I think the days of like $18 silver are over, especially since right now it's stabilizing at mid-20s, and 2024 is looking very bullish. So I don't see how, if it could stabilize here in the next year, there's a lot of opportunity and potential how or why it would drop back down that low. I'm not saying I would complain. True silver stackers never complain when the price drops, because we understand that just means silver is on sale. The people that kind of hop on the bandwagon because their friend told them to, or there's some trend online, those are the people that get fearful when silver drops because they need validation and confirmation that it can go higher, and that means they don't understand silver's true value. And that's very dangerous because then they are more susceptible to buying high because they have validation that it can go higher because they see it on a screen. But also, when the price drops down, they could panic sell. Emotions are very dangerous to invest off of. Invest with your head, not your heart. And I'd like to say congratulations because you have access to deals that nobody else can. And that is because we have the Slayer special, my audience only, American Eagles $4.99 over spot, minimum of 100, but you could buy 100 million of them, just at least 100 to get that, or you'll pay normal pricing, which I can offer you. Just email buy.slayer@gmail.com. We also have 90% constitutional silver, $3 over spot, 100-ounce bars, $1.45 over spot, $20 gold Liberty, $170 over melt, which is spot price divided by 10, if you guys didn't know. By the way, what melt price is? A lot of people ask me that. Buy.slayer@gmail.com. I will hook you guys up. I'm in training to become a broker for Miles Franklin. And right now, I'm helping you guys take orders. I make sure that you are taken care of, great customer service. It's like buying from your friend compared to some random person online that you don't even know. If you guys didn't want those deals, those 4 deals, by the way, every Monday we have new deals, so every single week. I also will send you a price sheet. I'll make sure you guys are taken care of. Yeah, I'm honored to be able to do that. Buy.slayer@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys think about this article. I will link the Kitco interview in the description if you guys want to check it out yourself or watch the entire thing because I just clipped that one section where he's talking about, or where she's talking about silver. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Usually I post 2 videos on the weekends, so expect a lot of content over the weekend. And yeah, this is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.